This episode is brought to you by Only the Real Entertainment and Media Den Productions. Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Rilla back again with another episode of Real Hoops. Let's get straight into it. Well, 2K. Let's get into more 2K. We're talking about 2K probably maybe a 5 small 4. I need to show y'all my build. Very proud of it. Speaking of 2K, LaMelo Ball went viral. He had over 400 games of 2K played in training campus in 2 weeks. Speaking of the Hornets, Kai Jones needs to be drug tested. He went on a rant on live. He looked like he was on pills. The first thing people want to do is, step out and judge. I just want help for the young brother. Honestly and sincerely. I hope somebody reaches out to him. He looks like he is going through it mentally. You got James Buckner, he's arrested for DWI. Got Miles Bridges. You know where I stand with that. His tenure's still up in the air. Brandon Miller. I don't want to bring up the past, but you had issues with the law before. We ain't going to get into it. I'll let the fans go ahead and Google it. It's just, outside of Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward, Terry Rozier was a key contributor. Average, I believe, 17 points a game last season. Has been to an Eastern Conference Finals. He's a veteran of that group. And it isn't enough, Gordon Hayward, he isn't the same anymore after his injury, that terrible injury. I'm happy he's even still playing. But he doesn't seem like the type to embrace that lead role. You're looking at the East. The Pacers, who are my sleeper team, have gotten better. Miami, even without Dame, is still a better team than the Hornets. You think about Atlanta, fringe. You think about Chicago, fringe. Brooklyn, New York Knicks. Where do you guys fall into this equation? Who is y'all leader? And my thing is, y'all will continue being the bottom barrel of the East if y'all don't get a vet with not only experience, but winning experience and the vet savvy. What is the vet savvy? There's certain guys who so far removed and outside of the realm of what youngins is listening to, right? Not only do we want to make sure you come in respectful, we want to make sure that we speak the same code, that we talk the same talk, and that you from where I'm from. And I want to feel like I'm learning something. If I don't feel like I'm learning something from you, I'm never finna hear about what you're talking about. Respectfully, they need a vet. They need a contributing vet, maybe one who's been a key piece in a championship team, maybe one who's been in perennial playoffs, somebody who knows what it takes. You need those guys. They don't have to average 20 a game. They could be a 10-point scorer. They could be a 6-point scorer like a Pat Bev, somebody savvy like a Draymond. Regardless of how I feel about his polarizing leadership skills, it's still leadership. Certain guys that are glue guys that bring everything together, that's willing to do the dirty work, not only do the dirty work, but was willing to step up to the star player and demand things. Not only do that, willing to challenge the coaching staff, willing to challenge the infrastructure. Delusional, but great. You need a little bit of delusion if you want to change an infrastructure of a franchise, which then insulates onto the coaching staff and then the players. And then the players really, bring it on the court. Again, we've spoken on numerous occasions of what an infrastructure means to the success of a franchise, in which definitely want to get into a real talk another time on the topic of that. So I'm hearing the Dame rumors. I'm hearing Toronto is getting involved. I'm hearing Phoenix may even get involved. That DeAndre Ayton for Nurkic is a thing that's being whispered out there. I just want to say this up front and center to everybody that's listening right now, all my 2 viewers. I'm just joking. Not really, but anyways, yeah, I'm crashing out about the Heat. Yeah, we don't land Damian Lillard after he audibly said he trying to play. I'm crashing out about Damian Lillard. Now, I do feel less stronger than I have in weeks prior because Joe Cronin seems like a very snake individual, and he's given the Portland Trail Blazers a disgusting name and face. This is somebody who's gone into the media and said on countless times, I'm here to stay in Portland, I'm here to win. And then you guys didn't make the necessary changes or didn't have the leverage to make the necessary changes. And now you guys are looking to go younger because Dame is 33 years old now. He's no Sprite chicken any longer. He spent all 4 years in college. That's why it seems like he's aged a little bit more. He did all 4 years in Weber State. You're telling your franchise player who's been the best Blazer player in all-time history, I'm sorry, Bill Walton. Yeah, it's Damian Lillard. You're spitting on his face and denying his request. His request was, yo, this what y'all on? Y'all trying to go young? I'm good. I'm 33. I just averaged 32 a game. Yeah. Get me up out of here. Now, to those who say, hey, he just signed a long-term contract, as we just saw with James Harden and Daryl Morey, there are certain times a franchise may not be as truthful as you would perceive, or they don't keep up their end of the bargain. And if you're not keeping up the end of the bargain, if the shoe's on the other foot and the player's not keeping up their end of the bargain, playing mediocre and having bad attitude and intangibles, you'll get rid of them in a trade. But the moment it's vice versa, the player is now vilified. It's just the talk around Dame is disgusting, I think. And it's just people are trying to hold up a mirror to him because of what he said to Pat Bev and Paul George about switching teams. He said he doubled down again just this past week. He said, in a perfect world, I would still be in Portland. But that's not the case. We don't live in a perfect world. You know what I'm saying? Heat, get it done. I'm tired of seeing Dame without a Heat jersey on my timeline. Every time I load up 2K, Kyle Lowry is my starting point guard. I feel like Kyle Lowry is going to listen to this and he's going to walk up to me one day and we almost the same height. So just, yeah. Kyle Lowry, I love you. You're a champion. You ain't no Damian Lillard. Get Damian Lillard on my Miami Heat team. Give up everybody that's not named Eric Spoelstra, Jimmy Butler, or Bam Adebayo. If you're not one of those names, you gotta go. Get wanting to keep Caleb Martin. He seems like a glue guy. Get wanting to keep Tyler if you can in a perfect world, but he's a 20-point per game scorer when he's healthy. I doubt you're gonna be able to keep him. You got to let the pieces go. This is a well. You got to land a well. This is 32 points per game, a 3-level scorer, and somebody who's been proven to be a playoff performer on multiple occasions. You have to land him. And he specifically said, I want to be here. You have to land him, Pat Riley. Joe Cronin, stop, because you're the one who's really causing this slump. This should have been done a month ago, 2 months ago. You're doing this to spite this man, Damian Lillard, and it's disgusting. I want every player to take notice of this, that this is what happens when you want things to go your way after you fulfilled your duties as far as taking them as far as that particular roster will go. We're not telling you to be a James Harden, but if y'all not keeping up the end of the bargain, I'm out of here. Yeah, I'm out of here. Let's get into real talk. This is something I'm really passionate about, and I spoke into media then about this. My boy Cannon spoke to him about this, I want to say like 3 weeks ago. I don't really remember on the top of my head. Now, there's an influx of injuries going on. We just spoke about LaMelo Ball, who's coming off of an injury. Dennis Smith Jr. did an excellent job replacing him on an interim basis, of course. But LaMelo Ball has gotten hurt. You're looking at all the stars that have gone through major injuries, like a Kawhi, like a KD, like a Clay, multiple of our stars. And this will keep happening. And this is just coming from the fact that in order to be in the league, it's now more costly on your body than it's ever been. You're looking at earlier people who came into this game earlier, they put in their roots in their high school team and they get noticed that way. These days you not only have to have a little bit of a notoriety in high school, but you got to be in the AAU circuit. You got to go ahead and prove yourself amongst your peers multiple occasions. This includes playing high-level basketball at a very, very young, underdeveloped, muscular, particular way. In AAU, sometimes it's just like 4 games throughout a 3-day weekend, and you're getting after it, right? It's no walk in the park. These are, some of the best athletes competing. These guys are just as good as you on that level. And this is travel ball. This is in a location particular. So you're playing against the guys who may be the best out of their city, their county, their particular state. You're playing against those guys, and those guys are no slouches, so you can't take any plays off if you were to go down the street and play in your park. And, your homeboy down the street who about 5'7" and out of shape, it's going to hit different if you play a 1v1 against a 6'5" dude with a 6'11" wingspan who can shoot the lights out. It's going to be different. It's going to be taxing on your body. And when you come into the league, you're going to become an old 23 because you're not, the reps that you take in, you've aged your body about 4 years because of just the up and down wear and tear, depending on where you come from. If you come from that cloth, if you didn't have particular shoes, the effect of playing street ball, and then there's, the gyms, and you're playing high intensity basketball. This is not you walking the ball up the court in a 5v5 outside setting. This is in the gym with the best people around that particular team. It doesn't have to be the area. It's not location specific. It's going to keep causing these issues. You have freak accidents all the times that happen. Genetics, of course, play a factor. Accidents, we can't keep track of accidents. It's the non-contact ones that has me scared. You know what I mean? A lot of our stars have had a lot of nicks, a lot of issues with their bodies, and they'll keep having it, which is why what LeBron James is doing is more than likely never going to be beaten in my lifetime because of how lucky almost he is of playing, for the most part, 20 of his 21 years, generally healthy. 2019, he wasn't healthy. He got healthy in 2020. 2021, he had that issue with Solomon Hill. And then, he's just been battling injuries the last maybe 2-3 years. But outside of that, he's had a good bill of health for multiple years. And he's, put it up that high. Anyways, the resolution to this, I don't really think there is, just because of the infrastructure of how basketball is. You're going to need to be in the AAU circuit. You're going to need to play at a high level at a very young age, and it will continue to age bodies because it now takes different things to hear about a guy. You had to hear about a guy organically 20 years ago. You had to, you had to have a scout go out there. We could pick up our phones and literally look at an AAU game from the very most moment they tipped the ball off to the end of the dribble. I remember searching up Zion Williamson and LaMelo Ball when they both were in high school, and I damn near watched the whole game from the comfort of my own home. I could make my own scouting report. I could see which guy looks engaged, which guy looks out of touch, and it's all from the AAU circuit. Yeah, it's all from the AAU circuit. And there is no solution to that, right? You have to go ahead and earn your stripes or you won't be noticed. And it's becoming a very taxing sport, not only on your body, but in your pockets. So a lot of you gentlemen and ladies are priced out. So there is no resolution, unfortunately. We're just going to have to continue to find different ways to elevate our medical, our medicine, our coaching staffs, the massages, just the science behind it all, behind the body, of putting yourself through rigorous training. Some people start at 8, some people start at 10, 12. You can imagine on how much mileage they've accumulated in their bodies. I just want everybody to be healthy and take care of themselves. There's nothing worse than having your passion snatched from you, from things that you can't control. So I want everybody to get as healthy as possible. Definitely will be the best interest for the league. That being said, I'm out of here. I appreciate y'all for tapping in again, showing love on a week-by-week basis. I'm out of here. It's your boy, Really.
Like and subscribe to Real Hoops everywhere for all of our content. Click the notification bell to stay up to date with every single new release. That way you don't miss a beat when we got everything going on for you that has everything to do with hoops. Tap in and show love.